What do you say? What did you learn in school today? When the teacher points your way, what will you say?
Can you tell me the most important thing you've ever learned in school? Ever since you've been in school, what do you remember the best?
Math.
Math. What about math?
I'm great at math. I know my times. And
You say you're really good at your times tables and multiplication. How did you learn that?
because my brother showed me, and he told I learned a science like gravity. If you move stuff and it moves along to when you move the gravity, it moves.
Yeah.
So,
Cool. Remember what you were doing when you learned it? What did you guys do with gravity?
gravity, like you put it down and the gravity will here. If you move it, that move it.
Oh yeah, like magnets? Is that what you were talking about? What did you guys use magnet? What were you moving along the table?
Like a little thing. Then I wrote the magnet. Then the little thing moves.
Oh, cool. Can you tell me what we learned in pre-K?
Yeah.
Yes, what have you learned in pre-K? What's the most important thing you've learned?
I don't know.
You don't know? What did you learn today in pre-K?
Work.
Work? What did you learn from your work?
Something.
Something? What are we learning about this week in my class?
We were doing the triangles.
Oh yeah, we're doing the triangles. What do we do with the triangles?
We're coloring it.
Yeah, you were coloring it. And what do you have to color?
The triangle.
Yeah, and did you color circles?
No.
Yeah? No. Why not?
Because circles. Not coloring.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to do at school? What do you like to do the most?
Play.
Play. What do you like to play?
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. What do you do with the Play-Doh?
Do some cake.
You make cakes with Play-Doh? Great. What kind of cakes do you like to make?
Strawberry.
Strawberry cake? Can you tell me about what you've learned in pre-K? What's the best thing you've learned in pre-K?
I was doing calendar time.
You remember calendar time? What part do you remember of calendar time? What part of calendar do you remember the most? What have you learned with calendar?
Sunday, Monday.
What are they?
They're probably the cars.
They're cars? Okay. What else have we learned in pre-K?
We're learning
How to play? Like, what do you play in pre-K? What do you like to play with in pre-K?
I like to play blocks.
In blocks? What do you do in blocks?
I do make a garage where the car can stay.
Yeah? Cool. And what kind of things do you think about when you make the garage?
Put the car on there. And get the car out from the box.
Yeah. Oh, great. ¿Qué aprendiste en este año? Con señora Costa y señora Wheeler.
Pintamos
Pintamos. ¿Qué pintaste?
la letra B.
La letra B. ¿Hiciste eso hoy? ¿Sí? ¿Por qué recuerdas eso?
Porque estabas haciendo la letra B.
Okay, what's the most memorable thing that you learned in school?
Well, the most memorable thing I remember is in 5th grade when we read the book Maniac McGee.
Why do you remember reading Maniac McGee? Why do you remember that?
I remember it because our teacher had us reenact scenes from it and we built a bomb shelter in the class, and we reenacted a car accident with our desks, and it was just, really interactive.
Sam, can you tell me something that you learned in school that you'll never forget?
Yes. I learned from my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Barnett, how to sign language. And I also learned how to play chess. And he was such a good teacher that he taught it to us in a way over time that we didn't feel like it was mandatory. We just, all of a sudden, you knew this new and wonderful thing, and that was great.
So what is something that you remember learning in school?
One thing I remember learning is how plants grow, so what they need to grow, like the soil, what type of light they need to be in, how they actually work in the process to grow.
And why is that experience something that you remember specifically from elementary school?
Yeah. So I remember because we got to do hands-on activities, like each group got plants, we got to put some in the windowsill, some in the sunlight, some in the closet, and we got to measure them every week, so it was an ongoing process where we were really engaged and active, where each student had a role and you were actually working with the plants independently.
Okay, Courtney, so what is one thing that you remember learning in elementary school or when you were a kid in school?
It was probably when I was in kindergarten. I really remember learning 8 different colors and primary colors in a color box, just because my teacher gave us a really good incentive to learn it.
So why, what about that experience do you really remember? Like, why do you think that learning stands out to you?
Well, she gave us, if we were able to name all 8 colors, she gave us a big box of 24 crayons and made this huge ceremony out of it. So it was kind of, you see each of your classmates learning and getting that goal, and so it made you really want to do it too.
Cool. Well, thanks, Courtney.
Hey, hey, what do you say? What did you learn in school today? When